Welcome everyone, we are back with another episode of Seiyuu Lounge. This time around, Kotaro is going to dive into pop songs. These are some of the best pop songs that I could bring to him, but at the same time, there are some surprises in the mix. So I'm quite excited about that, and I hope you guys stick around to watch the rest of the episode. So, Kotaro, welcome back to this podcast, and in this case there are a couple of traps for you in this section because I have some voices that you may not even know if they belong to men or women.
Oh, okay, interesting.
So there are people with androgynous voices here in this section, and I want you to actually dive into that and have some fun because they have some of the most iconic music that you could find when it comes to Seiyuu music in specific. The first song that we are going to dive into is Kentito's Mayonaka no Love. This is a city pop song, so this is a music genre that is really specific to Japan. There is no other place in the world that has the same sound when it comes to this music genre. It is incredibly nostalgic. It is something from the late 80s, early 90s in Japan. It still is a music genre that many people love, and it has been finding a resurgence as of late when it comes to Seiyuu artists actually diving into that. This is the debut song by Kentito. Kentito was a Vocaloid producer, and he is a voice actor as well. And this is a kind of an interesting thing because he knows how to sing from the start, so he doesn't have any hiccups whatsoever when it comes basically to his debut. But we can dive into that now. Kotaro, prepare yourself because this one is going to be so much fun. Really,
Okay.
so much fun.
Yeah, I'm already interested.
What did you think about this one?
I liked it. It's but I was kind of more expecting more like about like I don't know, like nostalgic sound, but I think it's quite like a modern city pop, yeah. And
it's a modern take on the genre.
It's just
As you can feel midway through the song, he has a jazz section which doesn't belong to city pop whatsoever.
I thought yeah, you're right.
Yeah. What did you think about the voice? What did you think about the lyrics? These are fairly simple lyrics, I would say.
Yeah, it's nothing. I mean, sometimes he uses a metaphor, but it's nothing like the one we heard before. I understood like that it's about Mayonaka no Love, like the story.
Yeah.
And I liked it. And his voice is really nice. Yeah, like it's like pop. So
yeah,
it's
really catchy. Yeah. And I feel that a big reason why this debut was so impressive was because he blended the sound from city pop with pop music, the modern one, and he actually made it really enjoyable to listen to. Because most people usually think, especially younger people, will think, oh, city pop, that's such an old genre, I'm not going to listen to something like that. But he actually brought that and made it sound completely stylish. When it is a music genre that most people, even our age, are not that familiar with because we didn't listen to that type of music. It was already not in our generation. So yeah, it's kind of fun to see that, and he has a way of singing that song that is amazing. I don't know if you picked up on any quirks that he has, but he usually drags a little bit his vowels when he's singing. Mayonaka, he drags the vowels a little bit, and he plays around a bit with the sounds, which is really, really interesting. It doesn't change the lyrics, but he plays around with the sounds to make it sound more complete, to fit within the tempo, which is really, really cool.
Cool. Another thing if I can mention.
Yeah.
It's not about music itself, but like the cover that he has for.
Yeah.
Is this like a single one he released as a single or?
Yeah, this is a single. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Because it's the design or the like the usage of the color itself. It's I think it's deliberately for what we call emoi. Like emoi is like kind of like nostalgic vibe, and it was the thing. And I also saw the release date. It's 2022.
Yeah.
I think it was the year we really started to I don't know, like consume contents that is really old, but thinking that it's nostalgic and it's a good vibe. And like, so we also started to reproduce like with the modern touch, and then that's what it exactly what it looks like. Like the font of the Mayonaka no Love, like in Japanese, and the color like graded purple, like bluish color. It's the exact design that I saw for on this year, and for like this type of content, like a emoi, like emotional content.
Wow. Yeah. You actually have an episode of your podcast talking about that.
Emoi ne, the first one.
Yeah,
So,
I need to link it to these because that's an awesome take of that. Because when I saw these, I felt this is a sort of a
exactly
retro
what I
vibe.
meant.
Yeah, and you have that sort of, I don't know, sort of dreamy. It is a dreamy vibe in the way
kind of
the
like
photo was
dreamy,
composed. Yeah.
So.
It is to tie up with the concept of Mayonaka no Love, but not being overly obvious about that, to be a bit more subtle, more classy in the way that they approach the concept, because we are talking about love. And these captures really well. So awesome insight here, because I was not aware of that. I know that emoi has been a word that I've been listening since around 2020.
Yeah, like 20. Yeah,
Yeah,
so.
I've been listening to that and to that word being said on radio shows, and I felt maybe this is a trend, because they weren't saying this word up until now. And actually it fits with the cover, and it fits with the genre and the song. So it is a perfect marriage in this case, I would say. Yeah, so awesome insights here. Kentito with Mayonaka no Love is an amazing singer. He's part of a ton of projects right now. When it comes to rock bands, he has a band called You Make. It is a band in which he produces the music alongside another Seiyuu, Yoshiki Nakajima, who basically writes the lyrics. So they are a duo. They self-produce their music. They have a really small music label helping them. And on the side, he has also this career as a solo artist, and is part of a ton of Nijigen music projects. So he is also everywhere. He can rap as well. He does a little bit of everything. He's considered one of the most versatile singers. A funny fact, he was not going to become a voice actor. He was going to become a lawyer. He gave up on the degree and became a voice actor instead. So he has a sort of a lawyer vibe to himself, even when he goes to events and everything else. He's really proper, really calm. And you can tell that he was kind of formatted to be a lawyer in the way that he behaves. It's kind of interesting as well. So we wrap up this song and we are going to dive into the next one. Kotaro, I'm sorry, but you are going to be shocked with this one.
Okay, I'm not ready yet.
Yeah, you are going to be shocked with this one. First off, it is EDM music, so this is a dance song, dance pop.
Okay.
The singer has a very unique voice. You may never have heard a voice like his. And there's a ton of English in the lyrics. So please dive into Shouta Aoi's Dalala, a song which was released last December, and it is considered right now one of the best songs by him in one of the best albums by him, Collage. So let's dive into that, because this song is a banger.
So it's a bit
Whenever
more
you're ready,
different than the previous one. Right?
You are going to be shocked, believe me.
Okay.
I feel this is not really going to be your vibe.
Not my vibe?
Yeah, your vibe. I don't know if you are into this type of music, so let's try it out.
Okay, we'll see.
If you like it. Yeah. So, this was different.
I'm not that shocked because of the genre, because I used to listen to EDM, so these electronic sound, it doesn't shock me, I don't mind. But I realized that I think I have never listened to any Japanese artist doing like EDM music, because I was listening to the artists from abroad, like the US or the UK, France. So yeah, it was really fresh.
Oh.
And I liked it.
Okay, nice. This is an amazing song. If you paid attention to the lyrics, it's sending a message about diversity, which is something that, usually you don't see that happening in music. And I feel that that's not a topic that most Japanese artists touch upon. I feel that there is no conversation whatsoever when it comes to diversity. I don't know if you were checking, for example, on YouTube Music, it has the music video. I don't know if you checked how he looks like.
Wait.
He has a really androgynous look, which
Okay.
leads us to the lyrics, because he was criticized because he looks too feminine. He was criticized because he sounds too feminine. He's also
Okay.
criticized when he looks masculine. So actually, those lyrics saying that people should mind their business and stop criticizing him. So yeah, those lyrics are a sort of a message. You saw that there is profanity there. There are some expletives in there. We have the bullshit there several times. We have him sending a message a couple of times as well. So those lyrics are not conventional, I feel. At least for Seiyuu, I believe this was one of the very first times that Seiyuu came forward with lyrics as aggressive as these ones, despite the music not sounding aggressive at all. One thing that I would like to know from you is that usually people say that whenever a Japanese person clicks their tongue, that sound that he does before the chorus, clicking the tongue, is considered super rude in Japan. The
Like
sound
in
that he
daily
made.
life?
Yeah, the sound
like-
that he made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You expect after it's like something really vulgar.
Yeah, so
Like,
that
yeah, insult.
was, that's kind of unexpected, I would say. And my idea was that this is incredibly rude to do.
Wait, he used it?
He uses that
can you hear
before
me?
he enters the chorus.
Yeah, it's really, なんだろう, aggressive. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you use
Yeah.
it in daily life, and if you hear it like, ちょっと, I think it's a bit scary.
Ooh, okay. Because he says "screw you" and then he clicks the tongue, so that's doubly aggressive in there.
Okay.
I felt when I was listening to the song, that he was actually sending a message to someone, and he's really pissed off. That's why that part is there.
He meant
the
it.
music video
He
is
meant it, right?
Yeah, he meant it. He meant it.
Uh-huh.
If you watch the music video, when he does that, the music video shifts from him looking cute to him looking aggressive visually.
Okay. Okay,
Which
okay.
is
So it's intentional.
kind of an interesting touch.
Like a message.
Yeah, it's intentional. Yeah. So he's sending a
Okay.
message. So yeah, this was kind of a surprise to everyone. The sound is really, really trendy, and I feel that if you enjoyed this, you are going to enjoy everything that he has released so far, because his genre is exactly dance music, dance
Okay.
pop, primarily. Yeah, he's amazing at that. When it comes to dance music, he's one of the best among male Seiyuu. He really nails this genre. Although he usually brings also that style of music that you would say is much better for anime Kara songs, more so than a solo artist. But he has a mix of both, and it works pretty well. I was initially going to bring you a ballad, but I felt that this was better for you to talk about, because the ballad was 7 minutes long, and not much was going to happen there. Yeah, and this one was straightforward. The lyrics had some interesting things, and I wanted actually to take that thing about the clicking of the tongue to talk with you about that, because that's considered pretty rude, and people overseas may not think it is rude, but it is extremely in Japan.
It is, but I mean, I didn't even notice because I thought it was like an art piece, and I take really aggressively if it's the context of daily life, but if it's, I don't know, like this is music, and I think it's the, well, I was not watching the video, I was watching the lyrics, so I couldn't like tell if he changed like from cute to scary looking, and so I didn't take the message, but when you say that, then I could probably feel that.
I will
like,
tell you.
Strong message.
If you want to, you can watch the first 30 seconds of the song again, but the music video, watch it and tell me what you think about the clicking of the tongue.
Wait, 確かに I should have watched the video because it's video.
Cannot watch the video.
No, I can, but I entirely was looking at the lyrics, and I should have watched the video because previous like songs, they were only like covers, so
yeah, but this one it has the video, but still I wanted you to check the lyrics, because the lyrics have tons of English, and we still have yet to talk about his English pronunciation, because he has a fairly okay pronunciation. Not perfect, but fairly okay.
So this is this fake paradise makes me paralyzed. Screw you no ato ne. Like
Yeah, it is after the Screw You. Yeah, but watch that section and see how it plays out.
Oh, okay, here. He really looks annoyed. Like by the. I mean, now I understand that. Like by how he was judged by people.
Yeah. He's fairly
I like
unique visuals-wise. And the way that he clicks the tongue, he looks at the camera. He is really sending a message. He's saying, I see you. Yeah. So, yeah, this is kind of aggressive. Yeah. He really made a stand in there because he has mentioned before, and this is kind of a sensitive topic. He mentioned before that he was bullied throughout his whole school life because of his voice sounding like a woman and his looks not matching that of a man. And while he is a man and doesn't have any problems with that, he likes to play around with his identity. And people tend to judge him because of that. And usually, for example, in this CD, he has the two visuals. In one cover, it looks manly. In the other cover, it looks sort of androgynous. And there are CDs in which he looks more masculine, in others he looks more feminine, and it is intentionally because he likes to play with his identity, like he plays with his music. So there's a ton of criticism saying that he doesn't look like a man, he doesn't look like a woman. People don't like him because of that, because his voice is androgynous. Honestly, I feel that we sort of needed that artist to push boundaries forward and to actually make you stop and think, wow, this is amazing. Regardless of genres, regardless of looks, regardless of anything, this is amazing. And we sort of have that overseas with international artists, but we don't see that much in Japan. And I feel that in some ways disrupting that in Japan because of how he looks and how he sounds.
Yeah, I think in terms of like the rights of these minorities, I just say minorities because I think it's kind of similar. What happened in Europe happens, I don't know, it's happening in Japan. And it started not long time ago, I would say. I mean, it was already there, but like there were not enough people to protest. Yeah. And well, now I hear many voices like we should just be like how we are, or like we shouldn't just, I don't know, because I mean we work hard, we pretend so much to be a regular normal citizen, and like I think we started to like many of our starting from our generation, like that we start to doubt like how we can be, I don't know, like happy with our life, if it's happy to, like make older people satisfied and like fit in the society, or like be who you are. I think so なんだっけ what I wanted to say, what did you say before?
We were talking about diversity, and
diversity
basically,
So
I feel that in some way what he's trying to do, first of all, he hasn't identified as anything. So he just has that androgynous look and he plays around with that. But he's already underlyingly saying that if you are really having problems with me playing around with how I look, imagine if you know how I feel or how I think. So he actually is sending that message of, you are criticizing me, you are criticizing a whole generation of people that don't identify with who or how they look, or who they want to become someone else, or they feel like someone else. And I feel that in some way, this can explain as well, you were talking about the pressure of society to be someone that they don't want to be just because they need to fit into society. I feel this is also a massive reason why Japanese people are so keen to cosplay and play pretend, let's say, to become someone else, just for an hour, just for a day, because
or like
they have
community on the internet, like with なんだっけ the Nijigen, or something like this.
Yeah, so we have a ton of that, and we have the even Japanese people taking really seriously cosplay, because that's the only time they can get away from responsibilities, expectations, and society. And I feel that this song, in a way, touches upon those topics without directly addressing them, which is kind of interesting. And is also him sending a message that if you are uncomfortable with how I look and how I sound, you are uncomfortable with everyone who looks and sounds like this, and these people that you are criticizing, they are really happy in their skin and in their voice, so stop criticizing them and keep to your lane, basically. So I feel this was kind of a message that needed to be made, and it was the very first Seiyuu coming forward. Last year, I'm talking about December last year, and he came forward with this song, and this song left a lot of people surprised about what he was doing, because this is kind of daring in a society and in a music industry that is still very traditional, I should say. So yeah, we have this here. And about his English, what did you think about his English? Because most of the song is performed in English.
Yeah, you're right. Nandaro, I
feel whenever his sentences are too long, it tends to drag a little bit, but if he has one or two words to say, pronounces really well.
Yeah. I think I could feel that he had like a trainer or like, you know, some sort of advisor to pronounce, because he doesn't pronounce categorize like cut. I mean, he did pronounce categorize like glottal, like T, like almost like a L, like categorize.
Yeah.
I think it's like he definitely, I mean, I don't know if his background, like if he spoke already in English, or, but if he didn't, then like I think it's like he had a good teacher. I was a bit scared before listening to the part, this fake paradise makes me paralyzed, because paralyzed, it has R and L.
Yeah.
If you start with like a wrong one, then polarized or like paralyzed, I don't know, like, but he nailed it. So
I've heard some songs in which an artist, instead of saying clap your hands, said crap your hands. So
okay.
Yeah, the pronunciation was a bit all over the place in that case, but yeah, in this case it was fairly good, I would say. So yeah, this was Shouta Aoi's Dalala. This is one of the most iconic songs, I would say, for a wide variety of reasons, as we have talked here. We now are going to dive into the next one, and this one is by the most popular Seiyuu artist ever. Okay. It was the one that started these. It was the one, if you search for his photo, maybe you know who he is. I would say he's more famous for his role in Death Note, the anime series. He's quite popular as an actor as well. And as a singer, he was I would say, the pioneer of this new generation of Seiyuu singers. And he actually made Seiyuu becoming singers actually a job, more so than just a gimmick to earn more money. So he actually opened the doors for Seiyuu that knew how to sing and wanted to sing to have a career as a singer. And he's quite impressive. He has a wide vocal range, he's a tenor, so you will find that his voice sits almost in the same range as the first episode. His voice is kind of clean and easy to understand. He also has tons of English in his lyrics, because he usually tends to go to the US. He was the very first Seiyuu to go to Los Angeles to record a music video. He speaks a little bit of English, but not enough to say that he holds a conversation incredibly well, but he writes his lyrics in English when he has to, and he knows how to. Cool. So he mixes a little bit of English with Japanese in his lyrics. His music ranges from pop music to city pop to R&B and dance music. In this case, you are going to listen to a synthwave song, which is to say, it is the equivalent of city pop, but the international version, basically. So we are going to listen to a song that is basically with a futuristic vibe. Okay, cool. So whenever you're ready, let me know.
He's from Death Note, and he was playing like who?
He was Yagami Light. Okay. Yagami Light, yeah.
I can hear now in my head like what his voice sound like.
It is him. It is amazing, because he made his solo debut around that specific time, and people were thinking, what the hell, because he just won the award of Best Voice Actor. Death Note is really big, and he actually wanted to sing, and he sings like an angel. You are going to listen to something amazing. And we are talking about when we found him in Death Note back then, he was in his 20s. Now he is 40 years old. 41 years old, I believe. So he's now a bit older in comparison, but his voice is still there, still as amazing as it was. And I would say as a singer, he has become much better.
I finished the song.
So what did you think about the song?
Yeah, I mean, his voice is really nice. Yeah, I really liked it. But like what disturbed me is like the chorus part. I wanted him to sing in Japanese.
Oh.
It's I don't know. I don't know, like with the rhythm. I think it's because it sounds like Japanese song, but it sings. If we sing in a different language, we can't really respect the flow, like tempo.
Yeah.
Either you have to pronounce like completely katakana, then you can respect the rhythm. I don't know. It sounds like Japanese pop, and it should be like Japanese, but yeah, that's just it disturbed me.
Other than that, what did you feel about the song? The genre is fairly new, let's say, in Japan, in some way. Yeah. So what did you think about that?
It's new.
Yeah, it's fairly new. I feel that, for example, while Japan is really big on city pop, here, overseas, we were really big on synthwave in the 80s. With Depeche Mode, The Cure, Spandau Ballet, and everything else when it comes to synthwave. But in Japan, you had city pop, which was a different take on synthwave, but never full-on electronica like we have here. So I feel that what we were saying about the Japanese pop style being in this song, but then the song has English lyrics, I feel that he was trying to blend both the J-pop and the international, let's say international sound in some way to make it sound more stylish, more trendy for Japanese people, I feel. It has that element of surprise and appeal because it sounds dreamy, it sounds futuristic, but it's not city pop, which city pop would make the different. I feel that the main difference between city pop and synthwave is that city pop feels nostalgic for the past, and synthwave makes you nostalgic for the future, which is a bit of a different vibe. Yeah, you think about neon lights and the future with synthwave, and you think about the past with city pop. I feel that's the big difference with both music genres. In here, the song sounds kind of futuristic. If you watch the music video, he recorded that in Times Square in New York. Yeah, he recorded there. So that's crazy with the city lights and everything. So he has the budget to go there. Yeah, he has the budget to go there and record. So that's crazy. This is the second time that he records a music video in the US. The first one was recorded in Las Vegas, in the desert. So that was crazy. And this one he recorded in Times Square in New York. So that's why the neon lights, the dressing concept as well. And I feel in some way he actually is talking about being a voice actor because he says to say the lines properly within the lyrics, which is really a nice touch to say what he does, but also that he dresses a different skin as a singer. So he has two different dressings, let's say, as a singer and as a voice actor, which is kind of interesting in the lyrics. But yeah, I'm talking too much, so please take the stage and say more.
Well, I don't know. I don't really have much to say on this song. I didn't find anything to say. なんだろうな。あるかな? Lyrics.
So that the lyrics at some point, there's so much English that is slurring a little bit. But other than that, he sounds good. But he's slurring a little bit when there's that full-on section in English, which is too long, and he needs to match the beat. And
that's why. Yeah, because it's like entirely in English. The main part. I think it was probably difficult to, like, I don't know, pronounce every single word correctly, like how he trained.
Yeah.
And well, sometimes I have to look at the lyrics to understand what he's saying.
Yeah.
I prefer him to sing in Japanese.
Yeah, because his voice is amazing.
No doubt.
Yeah, no doubt, really. He's one of the most iconic voice actors, and at the same time, he's one of the most iconic singers among male Seiyuu. So he's doing everything. He's been a pioneer when it comes to both ends, and he's really loved by everyone. He's the most popular Seiyuu artist overseas. If you go to his Spotify, if you go to his YouTube channel, his music videos have tons of millions of views. It is crazy. Same thing for Spotify. He's the only Seiyuu that has, I feel, 50,000 people listening to his music every single month, which is crazy. Consistently. So he's really popular and he's really loved, and with a good reason. He's amazing. So yeah,
So he's
I'm not going to question that.
the old one. Old one, but like
Let's consider
like
that
really-
he's sort of.
Yeah, like veteran.
He's the veteran. He's the veteran.
Veteran ね。
Yeah, he's basically the senpai of everyone else.
Yeah, this guy なんだっけあれどこだっけ宮野さん。
Miyano-san. Hi.
宮野さん。宮野さん he's too cool as a 41. He looks like a
Yeah,
host.
it
host. He's someone who was working in a host club.
That's funny.
That's my
He's
first
actually-
impression.
Yeah, he's actually pretty stylish. A really interesting thing about him is that, for example, the person that cuts his hair is his mom. His mom is a
foreigner.
hairdresser. It is a hairdresser.
A
So
hairdresser. Okay.
Yeah, every single CD, his mother cuts his hair in a different style. It's kind of fun. It's stylish. So if you go back to his first CD and you now compare it with this one, the shock is gonna be big because it doesn't look anything like that. He's actually got a bit wider. He has exercised a ton. He was really thin when he started. And he's actually pretty tall for a Japanese person. He has 182, which is, he's really, really tall. And he was really skinny when he started. So people were saying, why? He doesn't look like a singer. So he started to buff up. And now he's all muscles and everything. And he has improved a lot as a singer. So right now people actually take him quite seriously. And some fans are kind of crazy about him because of that. So, yeah.
Okay. He's
Yeah,
also
so-
tall and cool.
Yeah. Yeah, he's cool and tall. And he's a voice actor and he's a singer. So he has everything, basically.
Oh.
Yeah, he's the perfect example of a kakoi singer. So far we have been talking about some of the most iconic songs, I would say. When it comes to which Seiyuu artist, these are some of the most iconic songs, and I wanted to actually bring variety here to these episodes for Kotaro to actually enjoy, and for us to revisit songs that we may not even dive too deep into those songs, especially the lyrics. As you may have noticed, we have been diving into some little details that we usually wouldn't, because my understanding of Japanese is not on a native level, of course. So bringing Kotaro here has been kind of interesting because he has been bringing those interesting nuggets of information in which we are getting to dive a bit deeper into the lyrics and even little things about society and everything that is expected when it comes to manners and everything else. So this has been really, really fun, and I hope you guys enjoy the next episode. So if you enjoyed this episode, leave a comment below, let me know other songs that you would like us to check out, and of course if you are on the podcast listening platform, follow the podcast, and if you are on YouTube, give it a like, or basically leave a comment below. It helps a ton for discoverability, and of course I'll see you guys in the next episode.